this mission.
Return on investment. A simple, fundamental principle all businesses rely on. Get more out than what you put in. What happens, though, when the business model is about investing in other people? When the product is designed to help others achieve their goals, realize their dreams, and advance their ambitions. A pure product that connects people in a way that can't be done on a store shelf. When intentions are pure, pathways appear and opportunities emerge. That's when we can pursue a better world together, side by side. When we help others succeed, those returns aren't measured on a spreadsheet or found on a line item. Empowering others is the most valuable pursuit we know.
Nearly 13 years ago, a few of us came together asking the questions that would help change the way millions of people view essential oils. We asked such questions as, why essential oils? Why do they work so well? And how can we make them even more powerful and more safe? Why have I had the experience that I have had? And what should I do now? What is my responsibility to share what I know has benefited my life with others? What sacrifices am I willing to make for the sake of sharing these gifts of the earth with others? Is there a way to spend the rest of my life in the service of others, teaching, sharing, and applying these gifts of the earth to those in need? These are questions that are a reflection of pure intentions that so many of us have had when we have begun our doTERRA essential oil journey. I believe every person who has found true happiness in every life endeavor must first begin with the right intentions. Eventually, we must have actions consistent with our intentions, but have good and pure intentions that lay the foundation of life's greatest joys. In contrast, those who start a work with incorrect intentions, based in fast or easy ways of making money or becoming famous, will find shallow meaning in their work. Once pure intentions are in place, then our work and sacrifice begins to see that success come to fruition. The owners of doTERRA are able to stand in our integrity not because we consider ourselves better than others, but simply because we have never asked others to do what we ourselves have not been willing to do to sacrifice for the cause of essential oil wellness. It is well known that doTERRA was funded by the personal resources of the founder group. It is also well known that we went 2 years with zero to very little salary. It may not be as well known that at the beginning of the second year of doTERRA's existence, we began to grow extremely rapidly. In order to stay in stock, we placed huge orders for inventory of our new and highly sought after CPTG oils, which placed us in financial stress. At one point, I sat down with our finance manager and she expressed deep concern that we would not have sufficient resources to pay our bills. As I looked at the numbers, I could see she was right. However, I had a feeling of calm surety that we would be all right. And I told her that we would be okay, even if the numbers didn't reflect it. At that time, I issued a final cash call to the other owners, requesting that they come forward with their final and full financial commitment. It was a time of testing and truth. I also met with our finance manager again and issued the payment priorities based on cash availability. Our first priority for payment was our commissions. We would pay our wellness advocates their commissions first. All other priorities would be second to this. The next priority would be to give our growers and suppliers the money that was owed them. We would always pay them on time. This led to our reputation in the market as a strong partner. Our third priority would be to pay the wages and benefits of our employees. The last priority would be to pay the owners of the company. We are so happy to report that we have never missed a commission payment. We are proud to say that we have never not paid a vendor, and we are very happy to say that we have always paid our employees. We have had enough to make all of these payments, even if it was just barely. The final priority was paying ourselves, the founders. That was always missed. We continued well into our second year with no to very little salary payment in order to keep all other priorities paid. This on top of mortgaging homes, borrowing where we could against retirement plans or from family. Fortunately, as time went by, our cash situation improved, and we were able to get by and make it successfully through the tight times. These early experiences, founded in pure intentions, have laid the foundation for a solid company that is privately held, fiscally responsible, led by a very experienced owner management team. Because of these sacrifices, we have a company that is beholden to none, and our pure intentions have been able to come to fruition because we do not have outside funding, bankers, etc., who have other intentions. Sometimes we are asked why we chose network marketing or direct selling as our mode of distribution. Again, it was our intention to provide the world's highest quality essential oils in an affordable and value-based way. Because we did not want to spend our resources on advertising, paid professional endorsements, expensive packaging, we found direct sales or person-to-person marketing extremely appealing because we could instead focus on the highest quality oils. We could build the world's most generous loyalty reward programs. We could incentivize thousands of individuals to build their own doTERRA business and become debt-free by earning additional bonuses and commissions. It was our intention to empower people to become well and to live an essential oil lifestyle. That is what our model of direct selling provides. We empower people to teach, share, and apply gifts of the earth to each other in a unique way of serving their fellow men and women. Very early on in our history, we started the doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation as a way of enabling doTERRA and its members to give back. We knew early on that we were headed for tremendous success, and even though we had very little to give in the early days, we knew that it would be critical to embed deep into our culture the ability and the desire to give back, as success would lead to greater financial resources. I am so glad that this year's event is called Global Connection. Never before in the history of the human race has connection been more needed. We see separation, division, social isolation as a tool in the world of contention, anxiety, and infighting. Connection is the antidote to the division and the loneliness that leads to mental and physical health challenges. Not just any connection, but rather deep, meaningful human connection. Unfortunately, too often our culture today is promoting superficial relationships. The idea that we as a society through virtual and online social media are becoming alone together is probably somewhat true. Nothing can replace person-to-person or face-to-face, eye-to-eye, knee-to-knee connection. In my opinion, it is the ability to connect that has made doTERRA what it is today. The secret sauce of doTERRA leadership is our ability to connect with others in a meaningful way. It is why we have our industry-leading retention. When we use essential oils on ourselves, we are connecting with nature. When we put them on ourselves and then on others, we are connecting with nature and another human being. People who care about others are attracted to doTERRA and the way we create a safe place for people to belong and to be part of something important. How many times have I seen Dave Sterling talking to and listening to an employee, a partner, a wellness advocate that is in front of him? How many times have I seen Dr. Hill stay at a meeting until every single person with a question or health concern has been talked to? How many times have I seen Emily Wright connect with the world's poorest and most destitute people? I could say the same for Rob, Corey, and Mark. It is this ability to connect that has made every leader in doTERRA a true leader. I believe it is ultimately based in love. I have always witnessed personally that doTERRA is truly both a company of essential oils and a company of caring and kindness to others. It is this culture that draws and attracts goodness and enables each person to reach their full potential and use of their gifts. We invite you to use our certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. They are simply the most pure and potent oils on the planet. They will change your life, and when they do, you will desire to share your experience with those most dear and close to you. Such is our nature when any good thing happens to us. Eventually, you may wish to engage in an essential oil lifestyle of teaching, sharing, and leading many others to a better life of health and wellness. It is now my pleasure to introduce someone you are all too familiar with, Russell Butters. Russell came to doTERRA from outside our industry, but with incredible skills that have made doTERRA overall a better company. His passion, his drive, his relentless attitude, and his desire to see each of you succeed is remarkable. None of us are perfect, but at doTERRA, attitude determines altitude, and Russ has one of the most positive attitudes that is infectious and makes us all want to be better. I personally have witnessed Russ go through a difficult family tragedy, and I was so impressed at how he handled it. And that's when you really see a person's true character. Please welcome our Vice President of U.S. Sales, Russell Butters.
Welcome to the Pursue Pure Intention session. Wow, what a week. This event has been different in so many ways, yet the same feelings of connection, love, service, humanity, and education still came through like we were all together. No pandemic can stop the momentum all of you have created. We've experienced so many incredible moments the last couple of days, but I'd like to think we've saved the best for last. This session is all about how building a business with doTERRA can help you. My name is Russell Butters. I'm the Vice President of Sales for the U.S. It's my job to help every one of you be as successful as possible. Just last week, I crossed paths with a lady named McKenna. She's a health-conscious mom who is thinking about starting a business with doTERRA. She was asking me questions like, is this a legitimate business? Can I actually make money doing this? Can I do this as a mom? And do I have to be a social media influencer to be successful? All of those are questions that you may have. So we put together an absolutely power-packed lineup of leaders to answer those questions. These are people who have been in your shoes, who had the same questions when they started their doTERRA business. They will give you insights into what it actually takes to be a successful wellness advocate. They're going to bust some of the most common myths about direct sales, give you resources for success, and tell you how they're building their business in 2020. But most importantly, we want you to walk away knowing that partnering with doTERRA is one of the best decisions you can make. And no matter who you are, where you're from, or what your background is, just like McKenna, there is a place for you here at doTERRA. So I'm telling you right now, you can be a successful wellness advocate.
Hi, my name is Jan Jeremias.
I'm Amanda Smith.
Hi, 大家好，我叫张玲玲。
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Waddell.
And we're the Silent Crew.
My name is Gina Cho.
My name is Joe Zelenka.
Mi nombre es Cristina Badel.
My name is Regan Jane.
Hi, my name is Sue Ann Grant.
I am Dr. Tina Lai Wong.
Hey there, my name is Roger Webb.
I am from New Jersey.
Yo soy venezolana.
I am from Arlington Heights, Illinois.
And we live in the San Francisco Bay Area.
I'm Wendy Wiggs. I'm a chef, a musician, and a joy enthusiast. I'm Sharon Farah. I'm a golfer, a posturist, and I'm married to Wendy Wiggs.
I am a board-certified pediatrician.
I'm a NATO Medal of Honor recipient, a single mama.
Was a clinical research scientist for over 20 years.
I'm a wife, a mother of 7.
A single dad of 5 incredible children. I'm a member of the LGBT community.
I used to be a professional football player.
And I've been a wellness advocate since April.
And I am a doTERRA wellness advocate.
我也是一名健康倡导者。
I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate.
And I'm a wellness advocate.
Y soy consultora de bienestar en doTERRA.
I am a wellness advocate.
And we're wellness advocates.
For me, in one word, doTERRA has meant freedom.
Inspiración.
It would be the word empowerment.
It means family.
Is integrity.
If I had to describe doTERRA in one word, it would be blessing.
doTERRA means solutions.
多特瑞对我来说意味着爱。
I started building with doTERRA because at the time in my life I had completely lost hope. I was a single dad, raising 5 kids on my own. I had been bedridden for almost a year. I was living on food stamps. Like, I couldn't get any lower.
After bringing my son, who was born less than a pound, home from the NICU.
After a major head injury and at a crossroad in my career.
And I knew that if the business was as good as the products, which it looked like it was, that I had finally found something that would help me to give my kids the life that I'd always hoped they'd have.
I'm not the one who started. It was all my wife. She started this. She saw the possibilities. She saw what it could be.
I tried lavender for the first time on his feet. He immediately curled up into me, stopped crying, and for the first time in 8 months of his life, I felt empowered as a mother.
I started building a doTERRA business because I felt like it integrated and merged and melded all of the different parts of myself.
Comencé a construir mi negocio con doTERRA cuando en algún punto comencé a sentirme estancada en mi carrera.
I began building with doTERRA because I wanted to extend my reach.
I wake up every morning excited about who I'm going to meet and who I can help.
So I understood just how powerful and unique the co-impact sourcing model was.
After my first class and later in that evening learning that doTERRA educators are called wellness advocates, I knew I had found my calling.
The business has allowed me to pick and choose the people that I work with, that I partner with, that I surround myself with.
Building doTERRA as a business has allowed us to pay off debt, to travel this U.S.
doTERRA has given us hope to find comfort.
doTERRA me ha permitido ayudar a muchas personas en todo nivel y por eso estoy demasiado agradecida.
And doTERRA has granted me that freedom, the ability, the autonomy to pursue what I'm passionate about.
It has allowed me to stay home with my 4 kids and contribute in really significant ways to my family.
I wanted to have a common purpose and a common goal with other people. And doTERRA has provided that.
现在我有更自由的时间陪伴家人。
doTERRA has inspired me to teach online through social media and do online classes and one-on-one consultations.
I feel like my success has come from being reliable and consistent.
Priority is in time management.
El uso constante e interactivo de mis redes sociales.
But when it really comes down to it, most of my time is spent either on the phone connecting with somebody, sending someone samples, following up, or teaching them.
How do I overcome obstacles and objections? I think the first thing I do is I breathe.
Allowing people a chance to try a sample and have an experience with doTERRA.
Through patience and understanding and keeping the relationship open.
Why can't I shut up about doTERRA? Because they are the greatest products. Because of the way they have made my body feel after 13 years in the NFL.
Because I know the personal transformation that has happened in my life, physically and emotionally, through using these powerful solutions.
Me gusta tanto hablar de doTERRA porque quiero que las personas vean la oportunidad que es trabajar en una empresa que lleva bienestar en tantos niveles.
I love to help people find the magic within themselves to change their life, to change the course of the direction of their life.
It isn't about me, it's about them.
因为我相信多特瑞值得每一个人拥有。
We naturally want to share what we love.
We are literally changing lives one drop and smile at a time.
We're just getting started. We've got some amazing tips to give you. In fact, in a minute, you're going to learn how one of our top enrollers uses the Live Guide and Rewards program to turn one-time buyers into lifelong customers. But first, have you ever wondered what the life of a wellness advocate really looks like? We wanted to give you a look into how you can build a booming business alongside everything else in your life. Wellness advocate Judy Diaz-Guerrero graciously allowed us to tag along with her to see how she juggles everything in her life to build a successful doTERRA business.
doTERRA has allowed me to dream. doTERRA has allowed us to do things beyond what was in our plan. And I always like to say I've gone to grad school, I've had lots of life experiences, I've studied abroad. doTERRA has been first and foremost one of the greatest personal development journeys, and second, one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had. When we started with essential oils, I was actually working as an independent consultant doing social work. When I went to convention and witnessed the magic of convention and what we do at the global level, that's where I felt this is my own type of social work. I'm empowering people, I'm helping people. My week starts Sunday. Sunday is family day. We go to church and then it's playing with the kids. We have an awesome trampoline that they love to jump on. I'll jump on sometimes. We have board game night and it's family. It's kind of rest and recover. And then in the evening before bed, I really like to plan out my week. Any meetings coming up, any maybe texts that I need to remind people of things, so planning. And then Monday is pretty much my busiest day. I start from early morning with a mentor call for myself and then back-to-back mentor calls with my teammates. And then Monday evenings, we have an Intro to Oils class. A big component of our job is to teach people. Tuesdays is dedicated to continuing ed classes. I'll squeeze in what's called wellness consults, and once someone enrolls with doTERRA, it's following up with them. It's making sure that they have the resources, the education on how to utilize their oils. So that's kind of what Tuesdays and Wednesdays look like. In the evenings, I kind of change my hat back onto mom. This is a beautiful aspect of my job, is that I get to be there full time with them and still work my business. Thursday, we go back to having kind of a team training, intro to business, what we call, to learn about our financial opportunity. And then Friday is kind of catch-up day. Friday is any calls that I need to catch up with team members, again, following up and contacting. I'll typically schedule fun events like oil bingo or a DIY class. And then Saturdays, sometimes I'll squeeze in a class for those that work from Monday to Friday. But I really like to enjoy Saturdays for family. And so the amazing thing about doTERRA is that we have to have allotted things, like allotted times for very important key activities, but we get to choose when we do that and when it fits with our family schedule. And that for me has been one of the best things about this job. Self-care for me isn't anything extravagant. I really love solitude time, and I do like to pamper myself with our products. I like to oil up and just having quiet moments with a good podcast, with a good book. I have always been an athlete growing up, so I like to get my body moving. I like to go on walks. So exercising is self-care, and just being with family for me. I feel that I won't stop ever what I do until every home has an oil. They're life-changing. We got to experience how powerful these products were. We had success story after success story, and I can't keep this gift to myself. doTERRA stands for Gifts of the Earth, and I just feel super passionate about being able to share what these oils have done for my family, for other families.
Coming up, we've got some exciting things planned for you. Sharing doTERRA essential oils is easy and can fit into any lifestyle. And you'll hear from people who have done just that. We'll also hear from some real-life, down-to-earth leaders who will talk about how you can get started making extra money with the doTERRA business and how their lives have changed since they went all in. There are so many incredible things that set doTERRA apart from all the rest. One of them is the opportunity to create financial control in your life. So let's dive into what this means for you. It means you don't have to stress about paying for a babysitter so you can go on a date night. And you can say yes when your kids beg you for that $10 churro at Disneyland. So let's take a look at how our one-of-a-kind compensation plan can change your life.
The purpose of this video is to help you understand the doTERRA compensation plan. There are 5 basic ways you can earn commissions with doTERRA: through retail profit, which is earning the 25% difference between retail and wholesale pricing from your retail sales, or through a series of bonuses: Fast Start, Power of 3, Unilevel, and bonus pools. Before we begin, there's a common acronym you will hear throughout this video: PV. PV stands for personal volume. Every product is given a product or point value that is used in commission qualifications. Now let's take a look at each bonus. Number 1, Fast Start. Fast Start commissions are a great way to begin earning income from the very first day. Fast Start allows all wellness advocates to earn a bonus on new customer purchases. For each customer you enroll, doTERRA will pay you 20% of the PV on anything they purchase within their first 60 days. This includes their initial order. Fast Start bonus payments are made to 3 levels of enrollers. While the direct enroller of the new member earns 20% back, the next enroller up earns 10% back, and the next enroller up from there earns 5% back. Number 2, Power of 3. It works like this. If you place a 100 PV order on the Loyalty Rewards program, and 3 of your frontline achieve a minimum of 100 PV on the Loyalty Rewards program, all within a given month, and your total team volume exceeds 600 PV, doTERRA will pay you a bonus of $50. If you then help those 3 people on your first line earn the $50 bonus, then you will receive a $250 bonus. Now, if you help their teams also achieve the same $50, giving your first line each the $250 bonus, your bonus will increase to $1,500. Note that your team volume is the total combined PV of you and your entire frontline. Here's another graphic to explain. You earn $50 for your first level, $250 for your second level, and $1,500 for your third level. Number 3, Unilevel. doTERRA's main bonus is called the Unilevel Organizational Bonus. It is the most generous and unique plan available. After 60 days, all accounts are placed in a Unilevel system, and you earn an increasing rate of commission on each level down through 7 levels based on order volume. You will earn 2% on the first level and continue to earn more throughout up until the 7th level, where you earn 7%. Most other compensation plans start you out on a higher percentage rate at the beginning, and as levels deepen, you earn a lower percentage, meaning, overall, less income for you. Unlike many other compensation plans, with doTERRA, you actually make the most on the most and the least on the least. Number 4, bonus pools. Bonus pool shares are available monthly to those who rank Premier and above. Each bonus pool is made up of a percentage of the global commissionable volume for the payout month. This means that each month, the total from each bonus pools is split into equal shares, which are then paid to qualified wellness advocates. The amount that you can earn from these pools depends on the rank that you achieve in a given month. To summarize, there are 5 basic ways to generate income with doTERRA: retail profit, Fast Start, Power of 3, Unilevel, and bonus pools. You can start earning immediately and on a weekly basis when embracing the Fast Start bonus. Unilevel commissions are paid out 7 levels, increasing your percentage earned the deeper you go. Dynamic compression ensures that every order pays out on 7 levels to the first qualifying uplines. Building a residual income with doTERRA is helped by a 65% customer retention rate, far exceeding the direct sales industry average. This means that once you build your business, it makes it more feasible to both maintain and grow. doTERRA's mission is to empower every individual. Our compensation plan truly rewards people with products that they want and need in their everyday life. Our mission is to change the world, one drop, one person, one community at a time.
You can see how powerful the doTERRA compensation plan is. There are a lot of ways to make money, from commissions to bonuses, but it all simply starts by sharing essential oils. The only thing missing is you. If you truly want to change your life, one of the most powerful things you can do is believe in yourself. You have everything it takes, exactly as you are, to create a successful business at doTERRA. I love this quote from Muhammad Ali. To be a great champion, you must believe you are the best. If you're not, pretend you are. One of our leaders who displays this confidence every day is Presidential Diamond Jessica Moultrie. Picture this: Southern preacher meets Miss Congeniality. That's Jessica.
As a young professional, I had experiences that taught me a lot about what I wanted out of my career. I started at a cubicle, not for me. I left that job for pharmaceutical sales. I was paid really well, had a free car, an expense account, and as a person in my mid-20s, couldn't imagine things better. It's funny how that works, right? You just don't know what you don't know, because a decade later, that dream job had become just something I tolerated. I still had a boss that was the worst. I was stuck with my phone like a ball and chain. I had to answer to someone else every day, and no matter how well I did, all I was really doing was making someone else money. I wanted to be my own boss, my own CEO. I definitely wanted to be rewarded financially for the work I did. I was looking for purpose. I wanted to change lives and help people. I was looking for more. The things I wanted, you just don't find very often in a job. So let's talk for a minute about light switch decisions. A light switch decision is one that we can make in an instant, yet can have a profound impact on our lives. Taking financial control is something that's possible for all of us. Here's the thing. You are a light switch decision away from changing your mindset and having the confidence to pursue doTERRA as a business model and source of revenue that can be life-changing. There's real power in the light switch decision that you can make to take financial control and begin to live life on your own terms. Let me tell you a quick story about one of my light switch decisions. I had started to do doTERRA while I was in pharma. My husband and I had this deal that when I was making $2,000 a month, I could quit my job. As I was just starting my doTERRA journey, a recruiter called me to tell me about another pharma job that really seemed like a big upgrade. Better boss, better pay, better products, and a company I had wanted to work for. It would have been everything I was looking for had I not learned about doTERRA and what I could accomplish here. I was living one foot in the corporate world and one foot in doTERRA when I received that call. But that night, I made a decision that changed the course of my life forever. I decided I didn't want to work for anyone else again. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted more. I made a decision just like flipping a light switch. I was never going back. That kind of decision is one that any of us can make. Once you make the decision, however, you have to make it over and over and over again. That line of thinking is the mindset required for us to have success. According to research by Deb Erickson, the greatest challenge and obstacle keeping people from taking action is 97% mindset. Not knowledge or strategy or skill set. Those are all things that can be learned. 97% of the problem is your mindset, the doubt, the fear, the worry. You may not have what it takes. You know, my husband always says, mastering your mind is the hard part. Once you do that, the actions are easy. Everything here starts with an intentional decision, a flip of the switch. Let me share another story to illustrate what I mean by light switch decisions. Soccer legend Mia Hamm, who won 2 World Cups and 2 gold medals, also played for legendary coach Anson Dorrance. He was an important mentor to her, her first national team coach and her college coach at the University of North Carolina, where they won 4 national titles together. Mia was someone who had all this talent and opportunity, but she wasn't fully tapping into her potential. The two were in a meeting one day, and Anson knew there was more in Mia. He kept pushing her and pushing her. What do you want? What do you want? She couldn't think of anything to say, and suddenly instinct just took over and she blurted out, to be the best. Ham couldn't believe what she just said. The words sounded crazy to her, but the more she thought about them, the more she realized they were sincere. She sat in her chair waiting for her coach to tell her to be serious. But instead he asked her, do you know what the best is? Once again, she sat there hoping the question was rhetorical. But finally, Dorrance stood up and walked behind the desk. He flipped the light switch off, and the two of them sat in darkness for a moment. Then he flipped the switch right back on and said, it's just a decision, a light switch decision. That's all it takes, but you have to make that decision every single day. You can't make it today and say, whew, I'm so glad that's over. You have to make it tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, the rest of your career. My daughter Olivia, who also happens to be a doTERRA performance advocate, last year became the youngest professional soccer player in American sports history. It was an amazing achievement and one that I'm so proud of her for. People ask me all the time, how does she do it? How is she so good? Or what's the secret? And I tell them all the same thing. Olivia made a light switch decision as a very young girl that she was going to be the best, and her actions tell that story every day of her life. She made a decision and lets nothing distract her from her ultimate goal every day. Because that's the thing about these light switch decisions. We don't make them once. We have to make them every day, over and over again. It doesn't matter if it's me, Olivia, Mia Hamm, or any number of the thousands of people who've made the decision to be all in at doTERRA. In this way, it's always the same thing. It's just a decision, a light switch decision that you make today and every single day after. I wish we were all in the same room right now so I could look you in the eye and tell you that you can do this. This can be your career. I've seen too many examples of different people from all backgrounds find success. Have confidence in doTERRA. Get ready to serve others and intentionally decide today and tomorrow and the next day to take action towards making your definition of freedom a reality.
2020 has been a unique year. We've worked through circumstances nobody could have predicted. And I think it's safe to say that one result from all this has been incredible innovation. We've done things differently than ever before and found new ways of doing old things. I'm sure you've experienced this in your doTERRA business as well, and hopefully you've even been able to embrace these changes. For our next presentation, we pulled together some of our most innovative, out-of-the-box leaders to talk about how they're building a successful business in 2020. We want you to be as successful as possible in growing your new business. So we have asked 4 top leaders to give us their best secrets. We have Audra Robinson, a presidential diamond from Colorado. Hello, Audra.
Hi, Russell.
We have Michelle Cannon, a blue diamond from Missouri. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
And we have Audrey LaForge, a blue diamond from Quebec, Canada. Bonjour.
Hello.
And we have Eliza Yoshida, a diamond from Hawaii. Aloha.
Hey, everybody.
All right, thank you all for joining us. Building a business starts with sharing oils and meeting new people. We'd like to hear about how you share oils and find new customers in today's environments. Let's start with you, Audra.
At the beginning of the pandemic, God put something on my heart that I was kind of against, mostly because I'm an Enneagram 7 and I don't like to commit to something every single week. But he told me to start Fitness Friday, which was every Friday at the same time. We opened it up to everyone, the whole world could join us for an hour of fitness. So it ended up being really a cool way to just have that community when otherwise we wouldn't. Audrey, do you have any thoughts on this too?
Here's some tip for you. I have to say, face your fear. Face what you fear the most, you'll get better every day. Start by doing podcasting if it's your fear, blogging, video, one-on-one, online classes. So that was my fear, and I faced that, and now I think I'm really good at it. You have to focus on creating connection. Education for me is the key. We need to take time to listen people because I think everybody needs doTERRA in their life.
So it sounds like you've all had to pivot and do things that were outside your comfort zone, but you've all been successful. Michelle, you've been building online for a long time. So tell us what some of the biggest hangups are for people who are thinking about building online.
Well, we're kind of in crazy times right now, and we're in this situation where we do have the means to build online. And I think, it's an outlet that we can use to move our businesses forward. But the things that I hear the most, the hangups that I hear the most is, one, I'm not an influencer. So how could I be present online if I don't have something already? Or I'm scared to be in front of a camera. Or I may not have a really presentable place to present myself. A lot of these little fears come in. And what I love to share and help people understand is that it's never going to be perfect or a perfect scenario to show up, right? And as we're talking, as Audrey was saying, like, face your fears. Online can be a fearful thing because you're talking to a computer screen or to your phone, and we just have to kind of get uncomfortable in the situation because we have this opportunity to grow online and to show our faces. So these are the things that I hear the most, and we need to kind of overcome that. And I'm going to actually plug in a little bit more in another segment that you guys can all come in and listen to that dives really deep into building online. So stay tuned for that.
I totally agree with Michelle. There are so many fears and limiting beliefs out there about building online. I know that prior to the last 4 or 5 months, I pretty much built my entire business knee to knee in person. So I had a lot of those same fears as well. And as my role as a district resource teacher in my school district on Maui, I work with and support and mentor teachers with pedagogy and teaching in the classroom. And one of their biggest fears was just the technology itself. So their ability or lack thereof, their lack of confidence in moving their classrooms virtually was something that really paralyzed them and overwhelmed them when it came to the current situation. So that use of technology was definitely something that held people back. And then, like Michelle was saying, just that fear of public speaking is something I've heard time and time again from the very beginning of my business. So some of the things that I would suggest to people are really to, plug into your community of support, team teach, attend classes that your upline leaders are having. And, as this is a perfect time for us to continue to foster and build those communities. We all rise by lifting others. And that was something that I was grateful that I got to do both in my education world and with doTERRA.
I love that. Thanks for sharing. And kind of going off of that, wouldn't you agree that the fear and the nervousness, it never really fully goes away? And so it's so important to really step out of your head and get into your heart. With everything, changing in our world back in March of this year, it reminded me when I was also so nervous to teach my first online class, like terrified. I thought back to when I taught my very first ever doTERRA class. It was on a beach in Jacksonville, Florida, and the only reason I taught it is because my upline, I wasn't even doing the business at the time, she was going to teach the class and her house flooded. And so I had a moment where I'm like, I have to cancel this because I am terrified of public speaking. I don't know enough. And what is this whole network marketing thing? I don't really get it. And instead, I decided to keep the class and to do it afraid because I knew that there might be someone that was going to be coming to that class 5 years ago. It was a bunch of war veterans, maybe struggling with PTSD or something that I could help with. And who am I to rob them of that opportunity? And so when the pandemic started and we were all quarantined, my first thought was mental health and how people are going to be struggling right now. And that for me was what helped me to get out of my head and into my heart. And I just want to be really transparent with you guys. I was terrified. That first class that I taught thousands of essential oil classes. I was shaking. My whole body was shaking the entire 45 minutes. I know Michelle does her classes in 20 minutes, still trying to figure out how to rock it like that, but I was shaking. I actually had to change my clothes after the webinar because I was sweating through through them. And now I could teach a class blindfolded. And so really, really get intentional about stepping out of your head and into your heart, and don't make it about you. Think about all the people that you could serve just by getting outside of your comfort zone and sharing these amazing gifts that God gave us.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. So it sounds like you have all had to make adjustments in order to make the business work. You're all busy, you deal with different situations and circumstances. For example, Eliza, I heard in your comment that you work part-time as a math teacher for your school district. So how were you able to fit this business into your life and everything else you have going on?
That's such a great question. There's such a misconception, I think, that you need a lot of time to be successful and to, thrive in your doTERRA business. And that's really just not true. Everyone can be successful in this business. You just have to make the time and make it a priority. So yeah, I do still work half-time for my school district, and I do it because I choose to do it. That's one of the greatest gifts that doTERRA has given me, is this freedom to choose and have this flexibility in my life. But when I started almost 7 years ago, I was working full-time as a classroom teacher, so 40 to 50 hours a week. My husband is a police officer, so he works a lot of swing shifts and really crazy hours. My kids were really young. They were 3 and 1. So I always say I didn't have any time. In fact, I had less than 0 time. But what I did was I really intentionally carved out time throughout my day that wouldn't compromise my family. So a lot of that happened when my kids went to bed at night, or what I like to call the nap time hustle. So on the weekends, we would do family time in the morning, typically going to the beach. Come home, I put everybody down for my nap, or their nap. I wish I got to nap, their nap. And I would teach a class, and by the time everybody woke up, everybody would be gone and life would resume as normal. So, if it's important, you're going to make the time. And I want to just give a little bit of a plug too, though, that this is not, for me, this business has not been a sprint. It's been a marathon. It can be a sprint if you want it to be. If you want to go diamond in 4 months to a year, you can absolutely do that. And you're going to have to obviously put a lot more time and energy than I had to give in those early years. But every year I've ranked consistently, 1 rank every year. And so I've been completely comfortable and happy with the rate of which it took me to hit diamond, which was 5 years. And then of course it opened up that freedom to decide to go half-time in my school district. So I'm so grateful, and I just want to break down that barrier and that limiting belief for people that you have to have an enormous amount of time. I actually think busy people are really great to do this business. And the last thing I want to say too is the other thing that holds people back is this feeling of needing to know everything. When I started using essential oils, I knew nothing. And I started sharing right away my story. And then what I did was anything I didn't know, I would look up and I would find for people. And so, this really empowered all the customers that I brought on board to recognize and not be afraid to just jump in and do it. So everybody can be successful in this business. You just have to make the time.
I love that, Eliza. I'm going to add something to you guys. So with her situation, we all have different situations. Mm-hmm. My situation being home, I don't work anything else but doTERRA. I stay home, which I feel fortunate, but I have 4 babies, and 2 are at my hip all the time, and 2 are in school. If that resumes, just so much craziness right now that my kids are home. And we can use this as an excuse, or we can use this as an opportunity to learn how to be present in whatever we're doing. So to me, this is a perfect scenario. I'm home, I'm a busy mom, but I can carve out time and do doTERRA when I can fit it in. And so when we look at that, how can we schedule this in? We're helping other people in a time when people need it, and I can do it at my own time. I really couldn't think of a better thing to be doing. And I'm sure you guys would all agree right now, we can schedule in our own success, which I love. So like I said, I've got 4 kids, but I love that I can own my schedule and do the things that I need. And I may have a baby screaming in the background, and you may too, as you dive into doing this as a business or whatever situation you're in. But that's what makes something so special about doTERRA, is that we can create what we can make time for and stay consistent in those things. And one thing that really helps me, and I get this question a lot, how do you make work for you? How do you make doTERRA work for you when your kids are always home, right? You guys, I involve my kids. That's the number one thing, is you have to involve your kids. You don't want doTERRA to be something that they're like, no, mom's got to work, or mom's too busy, I don't want this, rather than, yay, she needs our help. So get them busy putting stickers on bottles, or get them busy making fun little videos, making it a fun thing. And that will create a better dynamic in your home, so you can still balance a schedule with you and your family.
Wow. So it sounds like whether you're a mother or work another job, this business can work for you. And you don't have to have sales experience, because doTERRA has so many resources to help you launch your business and be successful. Let's hear about what resources have been instrumental in helping you build your business. Eliza, do you want to hit that one real quick?
Sure. Well, our team just got done with the first round that we've ever participated in a program called Diamond Club. So if you're not familiar with Diamond...
Hey, Eliza, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Okay.
So I just want to highlight, she just kind of slowly passed by this, but we did just finish our Diamond Club season. And at the beginning of that, there were 1,600 participants. Eliza finished first place in all of those 1,600 people. So I'll let you continue, Eliza, to talk about Diamond Club, but I just wanted to give you a huge shout out for the amazing work that you did during this last Diamond Club season.
Thank you, Russell. But I'm going to turn it right back around and give all of the accolades and praise to my amazing team. We really just rose together through this crazy season, and just because of that, we're able to be so successful as a community. So thank you for that. But just to give a little plug to Diamond Club, it really was the structure of Diamond Club that helped to provide this very focused, prerequisites, checklists, if you will, and I really thrive on that, towards meeting my goal of really solidifying the rank of Diamond. It gave us incredible motivation as a team, and also provides incentives that people can't get from other places. So Diamond Club is definitely something that is a valuable resource that people should take advantage of with doTERRA. And if you're not ready for Diamond Club, which is primarily for premiers and diamonds to participate in, there is something new that doTERRA is debuting called Silver Club. And this is a great opportunity for those of you that are ranks, any rank consultant till I believe it's silver, that can participate in and kind of get your feet wet into this world of, really hosting a lot of classes, asking people to host classes, and just tapping into other people's networks. So definitely a valuable resource. And I know Audrey just finished Diamond Club too, right, Audrey?
Yes, I did it too. So congrats. It's really amazing. You did a good job. So there are so many resources that are very helpful for us, for our team, and for the business. I'm a really big fan of the class in the box. I don't know if you use it, but I use it all the time. It's really simple to use it. It's complete. You can lose nothing. Everything is inside. So you make your class really nice and easy, and everything you need is there. I loved it so much that I think I emptied the entire Canadian warehouse. So I love it.
I love that.
Well, thank you all for being part of this panel. This has been incredible, and I know I've learned so much from all of you. We only have time for one more question. So give us your best piece of advice for somebody who's thinking about starting a business with doTERRA. Audra, let's start with you.
Thanks, Russell. My piece of advice is to dream big, trust God, and to show up powerfully. So 5 years ago, when Inspired Wellness began, when I decided to start this business, God put this huge dream into my heart about creating this community full of wellness professionals who already are on a mission and have so much purpose to change the world and impact the world in a big way. And so I had to trust God, because I had recently been let go of my job at Lululemon, and I decided to actually bail out of nursing school that I was supposed to start in 2 months to work with doTERRA full time and to build this business, because what I saw and what I experienced, you guys, is that there is so much hope and healing in this plant medicine that we have. It's incredible. And there's so many people out there that are praying for what we have to offer. And so I want to encourage you guys to really check in with your loved ones. Instead of saying, hey, how are you doing? Ask them, how are you really feeling? What is going on in your life right now? What can I be praying for you, especially during this time? I just lost another friend to the opioid epidemic in our country, and at his funeral, his brother opened up about how he had struggled with mental health for 15 years, and he didn't tell one person until 3 months before he passed, a good friend of mine. And so I think it's so important now more than ever to really check in, you guys, because we have the tools to really, truly help people.
I love that. You know, and it's so interesting, Audra, how we're all kind of in different situations of how this business really impacts our life. And just like your story, like I think of, you know, a mom of 4 kids, a husband who works full time because he loves what he does. You know, what this has done for me is it's shown my kids, and for all you mamas out there, I know not all of us have kiddos, but hopefully this speaks to you. What this has done for me and my family is my kids have watched mom work hard, and my kids have watched mom include family in everything that we do. They've watched mom help other people feel good about themselves and their wellness. They watched mom and dad work through things, struggles, ups and downs to create what we have on our hearts and in our dreams. And so for me, yes, doTERRA is incredible, but it's also the backbone to what has taught my kids that as they grow up, they can also create something that they're called to do as well. And that's a very valuable lesson. So much more, but that is to the core what doTERRA has done for me and my family. And we can all have our own stories, and that's what I love so much.
Oh, I totally agree with you, Michelle. That's really nice. So if I can succeed with doTERRA, there is no way you can achieve your goal. You have to believe in your power. I always said to my team, there is a star to shine for everyone. And I wanna you next to me in the sky. So you have to be happy and be you. Yeah.
You guys, I'm so honored to be on this panel with all of you today. You're just so inspirational, and I look forward to celebrating all of your future success in this business. My personal advice is always going to kind of come back to focusing on income-producing actions, of course, but really, truly focusing on creating a culture which empowers your community, that's grounded in integrity, that's fueled by education, and that helps to rise and lift other people up in an incredible community. I think that if you're always striving to be of service to people, if you're always striving to do right by people, and you're doing the right thing, and also providing the necessary education to be successful, you can't go wrong. So always move forward with integrity, education, and community at heart.
Okay, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much to our amazing panelists for joining us today. They gave you some of the top secrets to building in 2020. But I'll tell you what's not a secret. doTERRA's incredible customer retention. That's not an accident. Our wellness advocates know how to help customers make doTERRA part of their lifestyle. It's not complicated. The first step is the wellness consult. Presidential Diamond Jenna Rammel is one of the best at this. Jenna is a superstar. We've asked her to walk you through some of the tools that will help you turn one-time buyers into lifelong customers.
All right, I just got in the mail the first month of my wellness program, and I am so excited to dive in and show you a little bit more about this. So I feel like this is absolutely life-changing for both our customers and our wellness advocates. I feel like when I first started with doTERRA, I called in every single month. I couldn't figure out how to place my LRP. I didn't know what I wanted to order, and this is something I've been looking for in my own business to help to cultivate and grow my community of customers. customers. This is going to help them access their health so easily because doTERRA has done all the work. And at this $75 price point, it allows them to get those products into their life, to feel a part of our doTERRA community without breaking the bank and before introducing them to supplements and all the things. They're going to be so excited to be receiving these little products in their home to change their life instantly. And because there's 3 tracks, the mind and mood, the immunity, the relief, there really is something for everybody to start instantly. I mean, I want all 3 right this second, so I am stoked on all of them. And I know that doTERRA has plans to release so many more that fit so many other problems and create solutions for our doTERRA family. So we have the Mind and Mood Kit. It comes with adaptive capsules, doTERRA Balance, Adaptive Touch, and the Balance Deodorant. But what happens is after we buy this, we get to unlock savings for even more products because you and I both know that there are so many products that can help with our mind and mood, right? It's going to be so fun because even our old-timer customers, they're going to be getting things that are new and different and fresh and fun, and even they might be stuck on what's next for them. And so this can fit for both our new and old customers in such a beautiful way and allow them to have a collective experience with all of us as we move through this new journey of simplified wellness. So what's so amazing and awesome about this is it comes with exactly what they need to do every single day. They can put this on their fridge, in their car, in the cupboard where they keep their oils, wherever, so that they can see it every single day and be reminded about what their routine is, what their goals are with their health and their wellness. Be sure to catch my bonus video where I do a wellness consult and I show you how we can use this program to give a well-rounded wellness consult where we send our customers on their way to the most beautiful health journey. I'm so excited to share it with you.
Building a business with doTERRA is not complicated, but it does require hard work and effort. The good news is that there are tools and resources to help you get started. In fact, some of our most experienced leaders continue to use these tools on a daily basis. And in a moment, we've got our master distributor, Justin Harrison, launching a new business tool. Whether you're brand new or have been with doTERRA for a long time, you won't want to miss that. But first, we're excited to have Victoria McAdam, a diamond from Portland, Oregon, share a few simple resources that have helped her blaze a trail to success. Joining her is our Market Development Manager, Sandra Kahawai. Welcome, Sandra and Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. We're grateful you can be here with us today. Now, I know you used doTERRA oils for 1.5 years before you ever started building a business. Tell us what helped you make that decision.
You're right. I was actually very against building. But once I went to convention in 2013, I completely fell in love with the doTERRA community and culture. And I knew I was being called to be a part of this movement. So I called my husband before boarding the plane to come home, and I told him this was for me. I went all in, became silver within 3 months, and the rest was history. You see, that's exactly why I love the doTERRA journey. The community and the support is everything. When you build a doTERRA business, I want you to know you are not alone. I love to share with my team often. Yes, you're in business for yourself, but you are definitely not in business by yourself.
That's one of the things I love about doTERRA too. You're never alone. I know you mentioned that when you first started building that there weren't as many resources for new builders. And here we are, 7 years later, with lots of different resources for new builders and even those looking to build online. So will you share the resources you use now for building your business?
You are so right. There are so many resources for builders now. I love to share with my new customers and business partners tools like the ebook full of great usage topics, the lifestyle blog for DIYs, the Essential Oil Solutions podcast for a closer look at wellness. You can use some of these or all of these resources. You don't have to be an expert at everything before starting this journey. These resources help with that. But the 2 resources that have made the biggest difference for me are the Live and the Build guides.
Oh, and the Live and Build guides are actually included in everyone's swag boxes, so you can pull them out and take a look at them. Victoria, how about we start by talking about the Live guide? So tell me, how do you use the Live guide to help your new members?
What I love about the Live guide, it's like a roadmap I use in all of my welcome chats to help me feel confident in what to share with people after the initial purchase. I get to take people on a mini doTERRA tour through the Live guide so that they know more about the products that can assist them with living a wellness lifestyle. Using this allows you to talk with the individual one-on-one and build trust. For example, just this month, I was able to personally walk a new business partner through the Live Guide with her new customer. She saw how simple it was to direct her customer to some of our toxin-free living products and weight management supplements. At the end of our virtual welcome chat, not only did the new customer leave feeling ready to tackle that 90-day game plan and set up her LRP, but my business partner felt confident in her ability to have these types of conversations and welcome chats without me. I saw her belief grow. This tool truly will empower customers you welcome and the business partners you are working with.
That's a great story. And it sounds like the Live Guide is a great tool for helping new members customize their wellness lifestyle and get on the rewards program. Now, I'm curious about the other resource you mentioned, the Build Guide. How is it different from the Live Guide and how do you use it?
Absolutely. I use the Build Guide to share the business opportunity and invite people to partner with me in this health movement. This tool is your way of finding people who want to have a bigger impact in their communities. This part really lights me up, because we know the domino effect this opportunity has. The more people who share these products, the healthier our families and communities will be. Sharing the business opportunity is just as important as the product education. The Build Guide gives me confidence to do just that. The doTERRA opportunity has room for all levels. I use the doTERRA Build Guide to show people how powerful the business opportunity can be and help them match what time and financial interest they might have for themselves. Whether they have 5 hours or 25 hours, the guide helps me show how their time will be rewarded. I had a recent business overview with a single mom who loves what oils have done for her kids. I knew she would be powerful in sharing her message with others. I walked through the Build Guide with her, showing her what freedom and flexibility she can create while building doTERRA. It's been 3 months since our initial overview, and not only has she been sharing and building successfully, she has already invited her neighbor and her cousin to partner with her in this business by utilizing the Build Guide with no assistance from me. That's what these tools do. They make duplication very easy as you grow your business.
That is an amazing story, Victoria. So it sounds like you've come a long way since 2013. You were against building at first, then you jumped in and have built a thriving business. So to wrap up, what's your advice for those who are sitting on the fence about whether to build a doTERRA business?
Oh my goodness, just jump in and do it. What I love so much about this opportunity is that anyone truly can learn how to effectively grow doTERRA. Like I said, you might be in business for yourself, but you are definitely not in business by yourself. You have the backing of a billion-dollar company and these resources to help you. You will be so glad you decided to go for it. We are cheering for you. I am here to assure you that no matter where you live, what you look like, and what your background is, you can do this.
Our last presenter doesn't need much of an introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyways. He has been at doTERRA since day one. He is number one, literally, the very first wellness advocate at doTERRA. He is known throughout doTERRA as one of the best educators and teachers, both on product and how to build a successful business. We're excited to have Justin Harrison wrap up this session by giving you his best advice and tools for helping you launch your business.
The year was 1996. A young man from eastern Idaho, attending university in northern Utah, made a phone call that changed his life forever. He was the son of a second-generation police officer of humble means, working as a lifeguard, trying to pay for school, make ends meet, and have more than just mac and cheese for dinner each night. He dressed in his best, which were khakis and purple suspenders and cowboy boots, as he went to a meeting where a new concept was presented to him. That concept led to a lifelong path of entrepreneurship. That concept would simply be this: would you rather earn 100% of your own efforts, which is the typical career path, or a small percentage from many lifelong customers? So it was 100% of one or 1% of 100. That began my path in this amazing profession. Yes, that young man was me, and there are no pictures of how I was dressed, thank heavens, because it was crazy and it was awful. But yet that young man was me, and to make a long story short, after years of struggle, many failures, many successes, to be part of doTERRA, of the doTERRA legacy, is a dream come true. And the greatest reward for me is not only seeing people experience change in their health, but also to be part of the change in their lifestyle and their ability to help others, to help them become an entrepreneur. And did you know that you might be an entrepreneur? So here's some of the signs that you might be an entrepreneur. You used to sell things as a kid. I did that, by the way, no surprise there. The idea of a 9-to-5 job totally turns you off. You love new ideas. You dislike the traditional education system. You love independence. You feel compelled to help others. You love growth. You're hungry for greater opportunity. You want to be part of a team. You crave flexibility and spontaneity. You want to create a lasting legacy. You see opportunities where others see problems. You're willing to take risks. You attend personal development seminars. You're willing to work more hours for yourself than for someone else. Now, if you can say yes to any of those statements, if you score in the majority, you might be an entrepreneur. Now, let's doTERRA this up a little bit, shall we? Let's add some oil and identify the signs that you might be an oilpreneur. You might be an oilpreneur if you choose natural health as the first option. You feel called to be a natural solutions provider. You frequently share the benefits the oils have created for you or others. You have oils with you at almost all times. You panic if you happen to leave home without oils. That's a for sure sign. You're known as the neighborhood witch doctor. You're open to taking control of your financial health. If doTERRA BOGO month is a bigger celebration than your anniversary or child's birthday, you might be an oilpreneur. Your favorite quote is, "I've got an oil for that." If you score in the majority of it on any of these, congratulations, you are an oilpreneur. Now that you've discovered you're an oilpreneur, let's get down to business. We, the leaders in doTERRA, have been doing this for many years, and one of the most common questions asked us is, what do I do? Unlike in the early years of doTERRA, now there are many tools available to support your business. Today, I'm super excited to announce a new tool that brings all the vital business basics together to help anyone launch, or in some cases, relaunch their doTERRA business. The new Business Builder's Guide was compiled by top doTERRA leaders and builders. It features a quick start section at the beginning of the guide that focuses on getting started, setting goals, and achieving the rank of elite. The remainder of the guide, the bulk of the guide after that, focuses on developing many other skill sets. Some of those skill sets include personal development. This is an area for me that I'm very, very passionate about and very excited about because it's so important in today's society. The negativity that we're bombarded with constantly requires that we feed our mind positive, uplifting, inspirational, motivational content so that we can move forward throughout the day and accomplish the things that we have to accomplish. Another section I really appreciate in the guide is the importance of sharing your story. Stories are so critical. They are empowering. They are what people remember. People learn best from stories. How do you share your story? And why does that matter? And that's all included in the guide. Inviting to learn more. If there's one skill set that we could really master to make your business just explode, it would be the skill set of inviting. Inviting people to try a sample, inviting people to learn more, to attend a class, a webinar, whatever it is, that information is provided there in the guide. How do I present? What do I present? What do I say? Scripts, wording, all of that is there in the guide, and many other vital topics are included. The best part, my friends, is it's available right now for you for free, immediate download on the Empowered Success website at doTERRA.com. Okay? It's there right now. Go and download it and enjoy. Also in our high-tech world, guys, watch for videos supporting these concepts very soon. It will be a great, great asset to the program. I invite you to use all or any of the tools in this guide to help you grow your business. Ultimately, at the simplest level, it all boils down to this. We use, we share, we teach, and most importantly, we repeat. Use, share, teach, repeat. Use the oils, share the oils, and teach others to do the same. So when should I start my doTERRA business? In recent history, the timing has never been so perfect. The need has never been so great. Our purpose so inspired and our vision so clear. It is never too late to start and always too late to wait. Now is the time. Now is the answer to when you should start your doTERRA business. What about how? The hows have been defined and documented effectively by very experienced leaders across all of our teams. Most important is to put the hows into action. What do you do with this knowledge? Dale Carnegie said this: inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. What about why? Why matters most. Without a strong, emotional, heart-centered reason and purpose, the hows and the whens do not matter. Your why must be emotional. It must be strong enough to move your soul. What is your why? What is your purpose? What is your reason? When is now. The hows have been established, and great whys are all around us. In the words of Simon Sinek, one of my favorite authors, dream big, start small, but most of all, start.
This has been an incredible session. All of the sessions from Pursue Global Connection 2020 are available for you to rewatch until October 31st. So today, we've cleared up some of the misconceptions about direct sales and heard from some of our leaders about how doTERRA has changed their lives. We've also been inspired to make changes in our own lives. Now, you have a choice. You have the opportunity to choose to join us. We need you, your voice, your talents, to take these amazing oils to the world. Join us and help change the world one drop, one person, one community at a time.